Hello gamers, and welcome to a different type of video that I wanted to start making on the channel, guys. And this has to do with good old Diablo 2 Resurrected, because I've started to play the game again. I've played this game on and off for a good amount of years, man. I used to play it way back in the day. Played it, throughout the years when I've gone back to the game, and then when Diablo 2 Resurrected came out, started playing this quite heavily, especially like on my ROG Ally, kind of sit on the couch and whatnot. It's a great game to play on stuff on a handheld like that. So because you can play with the controller, and I'll go into that here when I talk about how I play this game. But guys, what we're gonna do with this, and what I kind of want to format this around for the channel, is doing what they call a Holy Grail. So what is a Holy Grail? Well, let me show you guys. So there's a community in Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Resurrected. There's actually a whole app for this, or like a site you can go to that tracks this for you. And you just kind of hook it to your game. And you can only do this on offline single player. And that's why I want to do this challenge, because it's a lot like how I do my SPT series, where this is all single player. It's not online. So there's no other players helping me. It's just me and you guys. Self-found items only, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of right up our alley. So I thought this would be kind of cool to bring to you guys, if some of you guys are Diablo fans. But and we'll mess with the format as we get into this. But what is a Holy Grail? So basically all this means is you're just looking for literally every single item in the game. So we have this cool thing right here that this person right here made, which is awesome. I found this from the popular Diablo 2 streamer, Mr. Llama SC. He kind of put this out there for everybody to, well, this person did, but Mr. Llama kind of made it a little bit more known for a lot of people that watch him. But what this does is it tracks every single item in the game that you find. That's pretty much all it is, man. So it tells you towards the end how many runes you've found, how many rune words you've done, unique armors, set armors, all that kind of stuff. So you can go down here and you can see I've already found some, because we're not starting at absolute zero, because that would be absolutely crazy. But we are starting pretty low on the totem pole, guys. Basically what I did to get to 17% here is I leveled 2 characters, and one is not even through hell mode yet. I only have one character, which is a sorceress, which is our magic finder, through hell difficulty, so we can actually run a lot of stuff in Terra zones with her. The paladin that I made, he's not even all the way through hell difficulty yet. So through that and a few magic finding runs, I've found about 17% of stuff, and I'll go through all the items that I've found currently to show you guys just for fun, so you guys know where we're starting from. But that's pretty much it, guys. We're basically trying to magic find our, like crazy, and find almost every item in the game. So here's the thing: you have a couple different ways you can do this. You can set it to kind of show like what items you want to use. Now you can have it include runes, rune words, and then you can also do normal and ethereal items, which I've done. But really, because I think finding an ethereal item is pretty cool, and if you found all the ethereal items, that's kind of insane. But what I really want to do is just try to accomplish, our first goal is to accomplish just finding all the normal items first. And then if we want to, we can continue and try to find all of the ethereal items too. If you guys don't know any of this kind of stuff and you're new to Diablo 2, I'll explain all that stuff when we get into the game. So let's check it out really quick. So this is our sorceress right here. We just call her Sork SP, single player. She's level 82, and she's got some pretty basic gear on. Nothing too crazy. And our other character is just this paladin right here. And I named him Enigma because we want to find Enigma. If you guys have played this game, you know what that is. I was gonna create a character from scratch and just level it up with you guys, but I tried that content on this channel already. You guys didn't really dig just like the leveling content and stuff like that. I mean, I get why, like, nobody really wants to see that with this game. It's 25 years old or whatever, maybe 30 years old, is it? Everybody knows the leveling process is, so we're not going to worry about that. But you'll notice I have all these different what we call mules here. It's just other characters that can hold more items for you. The reason for that is because they're holding all of my Holy Grail items, because you have to, for that app to actually count all your items, you have to actually have them, and you have to hold on to them. Now you can just manually check them off. Yes, there's a bunch of programs where you can do that, but I like to actually hold on to them so I can show them to you guys. So let me go ahead and show you guys our character real quick. All right, folks, so here is our character, a single player sorceress. So let me go ahead and show you what we're working with here. Let's go to our stash. You'll see pretty basic freaking gear here. Nothing super GG, nothing. So we'll go through it. It's not the basic budget gear, but it's still pretty budget. So we're running the peasant crown. We found that already. which normally I think I was wearing a lore. That's a lore rune word in the hat slot. So there. So right now this is really weird. We found a High Lords. So that's a pretty GG item. I found that on a Endariel run one time. And so for our Paladin, we're going to make a smiter, and I'm going to do Ubers and all that kind of stuff with you guys. So that'll be coming later. And I actually have never, in all of my years of playing this game, I have never done Ubers by myself. I've literally done it with like my friends and stuff, like people that help me every time. I've never created a character and just done it all myself. But because this game has been out for so long, it's actually possible to do that, and I will. So we got some pretty, this is going to go on that character, obviously. I'm wearing this right now because the lightning res and the plus to all skills, and the attacker takes lightning damage. That helps a little bit too, and it's pretty much the best Ami I have for her right now. I had another Ami that she was wearing, yeah, this one, but obviously the High Lord is a little bit better. So because it gives me something. I haven't found anything to replace this slot yet, so that's why it's there. We got our Spirit Shield and a Monarch. I literally found this yesterday. Whenever you find a white Monarch, take it to Larzik, get 4 slots in it, put a freaking Spirit in it. Bob's your uncle. You're good to go. So we got that going. It is not the best Monarch Spirit by any means. It's got 27 faster cast rates. Actually pretty terrible. But you know what? We'll make another one later. I'll take it for now. Spirit Shield or Spirit Sword. I've had this since I think normal or nightmare, and this one's actually rolled a lot better because I think that faster cast rate goes up to 35 if I'm not mistaken. So this one's 32. It's not that bad. We actually just found a Viper Magi. That's pretty awesome to get. The resistance on it sucks. I think the highest on that you can get 30, I want to say, or 35. This might even be anti-perfect. I don't remember. When we find items and stuff like that, I'll try to look that stuff up for you guys and show it to you on screen so it looks interesting. Anyway, in the glove slot, we got Trang Owls. A lot of people use these for the faster cast rate and the cold res. So kind of nice. Rings, they're terrible. I got a Menald on this hand, and then over here, or on this finger, and then over here, just lightning and fire res. That's all that's for. We actually found Snow Clash. This is one of the first items I ever found when I ran Andy a couple of times with this character. It dropped just randomly one time, so that's kind of crazy. So I mean, it works. It helps our Blizzard, and it helps our Glacial Spike and all that, and Chilling Armor, and Cold res and all that kind of stuff. So this obviously we want this to be replaced with like an Arachnid Mesh and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then boots. Resistance boots with faster run walk. That's literally, I've had this since I started hell mode. Charms, nothing crazy. Literally a couple of res charms. I got a couple of magic find charms that are not even 7. They're 3. They're pretty, all this stuff is pretty terrible. I mean, that one's kind of cool. It's only one thing on it though. That one was pretty cool. It rolled a couple of things on it. I had another large, yeah, that one. It's pretty cool, 34 to life. But it has attack rating. It's not made for a sorceress. Again, lightning res, life, you know what I mean? Basic stuff, guys. On Switch, I just have a, what do you call it? Low res wand and a Ancient Pledge for the resistances. So that's pretty much it, guys. And as far as the stuff we found so far that we're starting with on this character, let me show you. Runes, we got an Rune and a Pole. Those are the only 2 high, I'm gonna say those are mid runes anyway. Those are not high runes. I have not found a single HR on this character yet. So that's why, again, this is why I'm saying like we're starting at this level, because this is like you finish the game, you're ready to start getting up to those GG items and finding all those Grail items, because we can actually do it now. So one thing I did find already that's pretty GG is this. This you guys are all gonna laugh at. I found a Shaco pretty early on running Endariel, and it ended up being ethereal, and I used it to get me through hell mode. And after I beat Bale, the damn thing broke because I kept like getting hit and dying so much. That was actually from trying to beat the what do you call it? The ancients. Yeah, I freaking died a lot, as a sorceress does most of the time. So yeah, we have a Shaco, but we have it ethereal, so we found that. That's kind of hard to find. We got a Wizard Spike. I found Hawkmail, Skin the Flayed one. These are just a couple of armors I can make. These are armor bases I can make stuff in. I found Tal's belt. I want to find the Ami. That'd be sick. And I found that just not too long ago. Oh, this is actually a really good one right here. I found that the other day. That's actually a pretty cool one. More bases, stuff like that. Like this is for Call to Arms right there. That right. This phase blade, that's for a grief. For a smiter. That's a perfect. I found that randomly. It's a 5-socketed phase blade. Put a grief in that. Bob's your uncle. Here's our flail for our Hodo. Another crystal sword for another spirit sword. I don't know why I kept that. I just need to put that on my mule. We have a dwarf star, stuff like that. Yeah, this is a pretty sick for a item find barb. 3 to find item, 2 to war cry, and 3-socketed, so we can put a freaking rune word in it. That would be pretty insane. Or I don't know if you can actually put a rune word in this. I think you might actually can only just put like, I don't know, some topazes or something like that for magic find. So that'd be kind of sick. I don't think there's anything else of note here other than I just have a bunch of perfect gems, which I'm saving for rerolls and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. That's our character, guys. Let me show you the items that we've found for the Grail so far. All right, starting with axes, we have Warlord's Trust, Skull Splitter, Berserker's Hatchet. That's it. Moving on to helms. Lore, we made that. I told you that. Naj Circlet, Juanin Splendor, and Taintred's Skull. Moving on to belts. Aratha's Cord, Razortail. We actually have that. This could actually be pretty good. We're going to make an Amazon, which piercing attack, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty sick. We found that already. So when we make our Amazon to clear cows really fast, we can use this. Arctic Binding, Gold Wrap. That's kind of GG for certain characters. Gloom's Trap, Mavinas, and Deaths. The boots category is actually pretty crazy. I've only found Rite of Passage and Goblin Toes, which we need for our smiter. Moving on to swords. I feel like you find swords all the damn time, so here we go. Got Kanimel's Owl right there. I feel like I find that one constantly. Head Striker Battle Sword. It's not a bad one. You get that ethereal, you give it to the Act 5 mercenary. It's pretty nice. Ginther's Rift. This is kind of a fun one to find. It's kind of a cool looking one. Bloodletter Gladius. I actually found a normal one and an ethereal one, which is pretty crazy. Old Steel Eye. No, this is not the grandfather. It's Sword Guard. I've not found any like TC 87 items. Nothing like that. If you guys don't know what that means, that just means treasure class 87, which is like the highest level items in the game. Kleegloss Tooth and the Jade Tandu. All right, moving on to armors. We have Bone Flesh, Isenheart's Case. Of course, you'll find this a million times. Berserker's Halberg, this one too. The Spirit Shroud. I actually wore this quite a while until I found the Viper Magi. Ice Blink, Cathin's Mesh, Sparkling Mail, and Zazabees, I think it is. Yeah. I did have this on the mercenary for a little while, but I actually will go back and I'll show you why I'm not wearing this anymore. I found a pretty crazy armor that I gave to the mercenary. All right, gloves, similar situation to boots. I've only found Sanders and Laying of Hands. That's pretty much it, man. Other than the gloves that are on our, you know, the what do you call it, gloves? Triangles that are on our main character. Okay, moving into wands and staves. Actually, this needs to go in here. Yeah, so we got Arm of King Leoric, which is that's a pretty cool one. So it's a mid-level one. Has a lot of stuff on it though. Graven Spine, these two look exactly the same. Infernal Torch, super good low-level one. Maelstrom, and then Arcanus, like I showed you guys. Shields, similar story, not many. Got Millibregas, Ancient's Pledge, Rhyme. I was using this on my Sorceress before I made the Spirit Shield. And then we found this. So there you go. This one, all that's really good on this for a Sorceress, which is funny, is the +1 of skills, and that's pretty much it. Moving on to pole arms, we have the Blood Thief. That was one of the first ones we ever found. We got Grimm's Burning Dead, which this one I haven't found too many times, which is kind of crazy because it's not like the super high level one. Found the Grim Reaper, which I find all the time. Spire of Honor Lance, this one drops all the time as well. And then I actually found an Ethereal Meat Scraper. So like this one would probably do like quite a bit of damage, like mid-level when you're leveling. And I actually did use it also because of the magic find that's on it, but it's in the open wounds. But this quickly got replaced with what do you call it? Insight, because I just needed the mana. All right, moving on to maces. We got the Crush Flange, the Gavel of Pain, Dark Clan Crusher Cudgel, Steel Driver, and we actually found Bone Snap as well. All right, moving on to the bows that we found. So we found Articorn, obviously. Lead Crow, which I don't know how many times I've actually found that. That's kind of weird. The Cuckoo Shaku, I think this one is sort of, not maybe a little bit rare, not maybe not. I feel like I found this before. Ichor Sting, found that plenty of times. This one, I don't know if this is always supposed to do the spawn with sockets or whatever, but I don't recognize this one. Like, or I don't recognize finding this very many times. But yeah, I got that one, and I've found this one a ton of times. The Bariza Dew. All right, guys, and last but certainly not least on our equipment that we've already found is the rings and the amulets. So we got Cathin's, Crescent Moon, We actually found that, which is actually, this one actually could be pretty useful on melee classes, but since we have High Lords, this probably won't get used by our Smiter or anything like that. I'm not sure what character will end up using that. We got another Dwarf Star, Vidalas, the Mahim Okirio, and Angelic. Ooh, first drop is a studded leather. Not sure what that is. Is that a bong? It is. Twitch row. We don't have that yet. Perfect. Look at that. And that was on the way down to the catacombs. I actually do clear, like if I see a like one of these, I do clear this. Oh, small charm. Let's see if that's any good. Look at that. Any good on the small charm? Yes, 5% magic find. Nah, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not bad. It's better than my 3%. Yeah, my freaking, what do you call it, guy will die quite a bit. Oh, we got a Lum Rune! And that's actually kind of nice for us because I don't have a Lum yet. Oh wait, yeah. You know what? Why am I excited? Honestly, what I'm looking for is a Lem, not a Lum. I'm trying to make a freaking treachery for my, what do you call it? My Merc. Funny story, guys, as I was identifying some stuff, would you look at this? Look what I found. I picked up a random amulet, 3 to martial arts and 38 to life. That, do we have to make a freaking, you know what assassin? Do we got to make that freaking broken assassin that everybody talks about? All right, guys, we've been farming for a little bit. We found some stuff, but the magic items just don't seem to be dropping pretty quickly. So, yeah, I just brought this so I can sell it, just in case my Merc dies. I stack money sometimes just to resurrect my Merc because he dies a lot. Let's see, let's put this away. What we're gonna do here, I think I'm gonna pull out the Nature Rings again, the Nagels. That way, we can at least stack a little bit more magic find because I don't really have much. And let's see if that really affects the character too much. My fire and lightning resist are going to go down quite a bit, but that's fine. We'll stack some magic find for right now. I basically was trying to make her as strong as possible for clear speed. Let's see if it really affects me too much. If it does, we'll go back to our normal thing. Like if the fire resist is so terrible, because it might be. But dude, if just this little bit of magic find puts us over a certain threshold where we're finding more magic items, I mean, you know. Those 2 rings get me like a 40 or something, 45 more, almost 50 more magic finds. So we'll try. We'll try to see if we can get anything out of that. Yeah, it's just pretty easy to take out. Oh, look at that. There's something. That was just from a trash mob again. See what I'm saying? Large shield. I don't think I have that one. That's going to be a Grail item. And she dropped nothing. Let's see what we got here. Is it a Grail item? It is Suburbs. I don't have that one yet. All right, cool. So here's a cool trick right here you can use. You can actually just put her by the door and she'll just sit here. And you can, if you have fire, it'll actually go through the door. Well, the way you died from the poison, but the way you can tell is a lot of times she'll be right here and she'll blow her. Where'd she go? Oh, I killed her already. Hey, a broadsword. Do I have that one? I don't have that yet. Yay, cool. I actually got something I didn't have. I can usually just stand and kill her if I get the fire on her. There you go. Ooh, chaos armor. Is that Natalia's? Dong. Oh, it's Trang's. That's kind of cool. Hey, look, we found another Grail item. Hold on. Pretty sure we don't have that skull cap yet. That's like Arcanas, I think, or something like that. I don't think we have that. Let's see what this is. I think it's Arcanas. Yep. Arcana's head. We do not have that. Cool. That's 2 items. Look at that. And 3 runs so far. Stay alive. Don't die from the poison. Don't die from the poison. No. Got him. Hey, look, we got another one. Opposite bow. What is this? I don't think I have this. I don't. Rogue's bow. We don't have that one either. Look at that. 3 items in a couple of runs. That's what I'm talking about. I think I hit the magic find breakpoint for Andariel. Like I added a little bit of magic find and now she's dropping stuff again. So yeah, we found some stuff. Nothing insane though. No crazy GG finds today, unfortunately, but that is what the hunt is all about, you guys. And that's why I wanted to make these videos, because I think you guys will enjoy these. And they'll be way cooler when we start finding those GG items. So I think I'm going to keep this current build. I'm going to keep the Nagel rings on right now because they're adding some magic find. That seemed to help a little bit. Since we barely have any. I think the only other item that's giving us magic find is, I don't think we actually have any. I think after I removed the rhyme shield, I don't think we have any magic find besides these 2 rings and my charms. That, and that. And that's it. Yeah, so we're pretty low on our magic find. We can actually, you know what? I'm a dummy. We probably can just do this and I could show you. Yeah, we only have 60. We have 61%. So very low magic find right now. But that's because of our gear. We got to find some better magic find gear. You know, if I could have had my freaking Shaco back, we would double our magic find as soon as we get another one of these. But that's unfortunate that we don't have that, because that's a really sick item to have early on. But we'll find another one. That's why we keep running Andy. You can find it there. So guys, if you guys enjoy this type of video and you enjoy this format and you enjoy Diablo 2, let me know. Give it a like. Leave me a comment down below. And if you want to see a bunch more of these videos, as I'll be making a lot, because these are pretty easy to make and I'll put them out pretty fast, hopefully, get subscribed, put those notifications on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah.